I used to complain about it. People used to say it was a blessing. I would say it was a curse. And then I'd done this ceremony, and I was halfway through. There's actually a video of it on YouTube somewhere. And halfway through it, they cut off my feelings. I couldn't feel anything. Couldn't feel empathy. I couldn't feel sympathy. I couldn't feel sadness. I couldn't feel joy. I couldn't feel anything. I was flatlining. The whole world went beige. And I can tell you that was probably the most scary 30 minutes of my life. Okay. The fact that I couldn't feel anything. At the time, Hendrix was alive and I was looking at Hendrix, and if he lived or died, I couldn't feel anything. I had nothing. I didn't feel. My heart wasn't working. It was nothing. It was just there. It was basically, I was like an amoeba. Nothing would have excited me. Nothing would have saddened me. And I was terrified because I was like, if this is what life is, I can't live like this. I cannot live in this beige world. And then when the feelings started to come back, the gratitude I had for them, even sadness, the fact that I'm feeling sad is because I probably lost something that I loved. So I had that love, and then I've got to deal with the feeling of losing it. But to not have that would have been robbing me of something that actually brought me joy and taught me so much. So please see that there is beauty in any feeling, no matter what it is. We've got to feel to heal. Be at peace with our feelings, allow them. What happens within society is, oh God, I feel bad. I feel down. And like I say, I mentioned it before, straight away, whoa, there's an antidepressant. No, you're not depressed. You're just feeling. It's what humans do. Okay? And what we've got to do is feel them feelings all the way through from the start to the end. And then we go through them. But what happens is we get a feeling, we don't like it, and straight away we try to suppress it. We take a drug, we take a drink, we have sex, we do something, we do anything to not acknowledge this feeling when that feeling is of vital importance. And what we need to do is feel that all the way through, feel all the stages of it. In the same way with grief, the final phase of grief is acceptance. But unless we feel all of the others, we're never going to get to that acceptance. So if we want to move on, we have to feel these feelings. And eventually we start to navigate our way through them. But the only way out is through. The more we try to suppress them, the more we try to fix them, the more we try to fade them, and the more we try to pretend that they're not there, the worse they're going to be. And this is when we end up in depression. This is when we end up in suppression. This is when we end up in repression. And then eventually, poof, it blows. Have you ever tried a beach ball, right? You've got a beach ball. Try pushing that beach ball under the water all the time, right? It's going to pop back up and it's probably going to hit you in the face. And this is what happens when we don't feel our feelings, okay? So feel them. It's going to get better with them. It's hard. It's not nice feeling that, but, accept them. The more we fight them, the harder they're going to be. It's like our demons. If we stand and face them, they don't become scary after that. But if we are constantly running away from them, we build them up in our heads and they become more scary. So this is, if you are not feeling your feelings, you are not being true to yourself. You are not opening your heart to the magic that is there for you. Life is not just about pleasure. Pleasure and pain go hand in hand. And passion as well. Pleasure, pain, and passion. And when we can realize in our head that that's what we're here to learn and experience, then that's when we can actually be in love and, be in this place of realizing that, that is what matters. And allowing ourselves to feel all these feelings is the greatest act of self-love that we can give ourselves. Because if we are not acknowledging our feelings, then we are not loving ourselves. And nobody else will acknowledge them feelings neither. So we've got to feel them all the way through, man. That's it. And emotions are there to move us. They've just said emotions are there to move us. When we go with them emotions, we will move, we will grow, we will evolve in some way as human beings, which is what we're here to do and what our soul is here to experience. Wow, isn't that fucking beautiful? I've never thought of it like that before. And the way they've just showed me there, it's like, right, emotions are there to move us, to get us moving again, to get us in the flow. So yeah, that's yours, water signs. Right, so who have I got now? Fire. Fire. Ooh, fire signs. Right, okay, there's a little bit of love coming in, or not, for fire signs here, right? I feel this Aquarius new moon is going to highlight relationships, okay? Relationships, they're saying. Because I feel this at this moment in time is your biggest source of disdain. Is disdain a word? And what this says here is that if you are not happy in the relationship that you're in, look at why. What is the struggle there, or your relationship status? I feel you're hiding something, okay? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you're hiding something bad, but this might mean that you're not telling your true feelings, you're not speaking your mind, you're not on the same page as the person or people that you're in a relationship with, and you haven't spoken about the future in the way that you want to, okay? So there's something here about that which is coming in really, really strongly, because it's wanting fire signs. This Aquarius moon is wanting you to start to look at your long term rather than your here and now, or your how and where you've been. Okay? Does that make sense? And it's saying if you are not secure and safe in speaking your mind within a relationship because you're afraid of being abandoned or left, then you are not in that right relationship. Okay? Now, this is interesting because today I put a post on my social media, and what it was saying is that within relationships, we are going to attract what we believe we deserve, or we're going to attract what it is we need to heal. So, and this is for fire signs. So if you feel that you could be abandoned, okay, you are going to attract people who will abandon you. The reason you will do this is because you want to go back and change your narrative. So you will say, if I choose somebody who's going to abandon me and then I fix it and make them not abandon me, then I can change my story. But what will happen is if you're going to pick somebody who's going to abandon you, they're going to do that anyway. And then your story continues. So this is what is coming in here. Where are you so scared of not being chosen or of speaking your mind that you are causing your life to be a struggle? Because if you are doing this, okay, then you know that this is not right. Because if you knew this was right, and I mean, this could be doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, although I feel that it is in most of the cases, but it could be within friendships, it could be in family, it could be within whatever. This is not for you and you know that, okay? But you're trying to make it fit. And it's never going to fit. And I'm not saying that this person isn't important, okay? Because I feel they're massively important. You know, again, I wrote this yesterday. I must have been channeling for fire signs. You know, are they your soul mate or are they your soul wound mate? Because everybody we meet, relationships are divine assignments, and, you know, they will bring somebody in to show us what we need to learn. And if you're not listening to your higher self and your higher power and you're doing everything you can to make this relationship last and last and last, and we've got to get there, we've got to get to the end, and we've got to have the white picket fence, and we've got to be all rosy, when you know that it hasn't got that potential, if you're having to force that, then that is not love. And what you need to do within that, and what this Aquarius moon wants you to do, is ask yourself, why do you feel you need to fight for love or control it in order for it to stay? Because if you're forcing somebody to stay via manipulation, via people pleasing, via anything, there is a part of you that knows that that person wouldn't be there on their own accord. So you will never find the peace that you want. You will find the war constantly, and you will be in constant conflict with yourself. So this is going to be a big eye-opener. Is it replicated, your feelings? Or does it just bring you anxiety? What does this remind you of? When has this happened before in the past with other people? It's wanting you to tell the truth to yourself here. It really is, because it's not in a bad way. It's wanting you to move on. It's wanting you to realize that you can be happier by yourself if you choose you. It's almost like you are so wanting to be chosen that you are forgetting to choose. Okay? And this is where you're feeling down. It wants you to free yourself. It wants to liberate yourself from this situation. Okay? That's what it's wanting you to do. Yes, be disappointed. It might not have worked out how you wanted it to, but that you'll be more disappointed in yourself if you don't claim back your power now. Okay? Being alone does not mean lonely. But lying next to somebody in bed who you know doesn't want to be there, or who can't actually love you in the way you want to be loved, that is lonely. Okay? So that is not happiness. That is not harmony. So it's time to heal. It's time to let that tower fall. Fire signs, this is what this is about. You know, and it's open your eyes. Something wants to fly away, let it fly. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it was never yours in the first place. But if you keep tight a hold of something, you know, especially in relationships, for your safety, you're going to eventually suffocate it. Okay? So this is an opportunity for you to look at what is love and change your idea around it. This might be that, this might be somebody that, it just comes around once a week, and has sex with you or whatever, and you believe and try and kid yourself that that's love. It's not. And I know this won't be for all fire signs, but this is a strong message for some. And if somebody is not treating you what you believe you are worth, then it's up to you to stop it. You're not going to wait for them to, suddenly one day they're going to turn around and realize it's me. No. This is saying, hit the road, Jack. Okay? This is it. Bring yourself back into balance. You don't need a guru. You don't need a teacher here to tell you that. Give yourself the validation that you need. Be around friends that inspire you and that are reliable, and anything that you can't rely on, let it go. Okay? Sorry, it's a tough one, fire signs, for you. I wasn't expecting that, but that's how it is. It's how it is today. So that's it, fire signs. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And the truth might piss you off, but it will set you free. Because, like I say, you cannot get what you deserve and what you're worth if you're sitting and settling for something that is giving you less than. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, fire signs. Just going to see if there's anything else for you. Yeah, this is a choice decision. Don't wait to be chosen. You choose. You choose. Are you going to put up with this? If you are, own it, like I said, but don't expect it not to be a struggle. But look at why you feel that that's okay. If somebody's giving you breadcrumbs, you want the cake, man. You deserve the cake. But that's it. That's what this moon is wanting us to sort out. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. Like I say, it's going to be a tricky moon, but know that anything that happens over this time is to set you free. It's to liberate you. It's like the spiritual SAS coming in to free you from them captors, because there's a lot of people here sitting with Stockholm syndrome, right? Okay, it's not where you're meant to be. And if anybody does want to work with me, I will be sending an email out in the next couple of days. Please email me at connect@tanyalovebuddha.com to be added to the waitlist. There will be openings for readings. There will be a group program, which will probably be the only time that I'm running this. There will be my coaching sessions, and there will be my 6-month program. Okay. But like I say, that is the biggie, that is the biggie. We're going to dive deep with it. But this will probably be the last of my openings for at least the next 6 months. Okay. So this will be the only chance that you get to work with me if you want to. But like I say, be ready. Okay. I'm sending so much love to you. Let your freak flag fly and know that, this moon is the start of how things could be. So be excited. Okay. Because the world is changing. And if we don't change with it, we're going to be stuck in the old way. Okay. So I send you so much love. Satnam.